On Twitter today, and I seen this pop up. It's a Tyrell Terry, Mavs number 31 overall draft pick in 2020, just announced his retirement from basketball, citing the darkest times of my life and the anxiety this sport have caused me. So first thing first, I had to look up who this guy is because I never heard of him before. And he's young. He's only 22 years old. He's from North Dakota. And and in North Dakota, he was a baller, led his team. They ended up winning 5 straight titles in Minnesota. So that's dope. The first team to ever do it out there. Led his team to 6 titles as a sophomore and a senior. Junior ended up losing, and he was a finalist for Mr. Basketball, scoring 22 points. So in high school, he was a baller. But let's see, when you got around some real competition in college, he came in and balled out, and he went to Stanford. So obviously he's smart, had a good career. His career high was 27 points with 7 3-pointers. Lead his team past Utah. So he wasn't no scrub or no bum. Decided to go to NBA. It was reported that Terry broke a record for a basketball IQ test administrated by several NBA front offices during the 2022 season. So what is a basketball record IQ test? So I'm assuming every basketball player have to go take an IQ test or something. So he's definitely smart. He is selected by the Dallas Mavericks. He was signed on the 1st. Terry was assigned to the Memphis Hustle of the G League. So as soon as he basically got drafted, he probably couldn't hang with NBA type talent because Buddy is only listed as 6'2", so he probably 6'1". So I'm surprised he even made it. Even with that good career, I'm surprised he made it to the NBA. Terry was assigned to the Memphis Hustles to start for the G League in 2021. And then he was waived by the Mavericks. He signed a 10-day contract with the Grizzlies. Then on January 1st, he signed a 2-way contract. On July 2nd, he was waived by the Grizzlies. And then he announced his retirement today. Now, let's read it and I'll give you guys my honest thoughts. This message is very difficult one to share and a very emotional one to write. Today, I decided to let the game go that has formed a large part of my identity. Something that has guided my path since I took my first steps. While I've achieved amazing accomplishments, created unforgettable memories, and made lifelong friends, I also experienced the darkest times in my life. To the point where instead of building me up, it began to destroy me, where I began to despise and question the value of myself, much more than those surrounding me could ever see or know. Intrusive thoughts, waking up nauseous and finding myself struggling to take normal breaths because the rock that would sit on my chest seemed to weigh more than what I could carry. This is just a brief description of anxiety this sport has caused me, and while I'm grateful for every door it has opened me, I can't continue to fight any longer for something I have fallen out of love with the most. I will be forever known as I will be forever known as a bust, a failure, or a waste of talent. While those may be true when it comes to basketball, it is the biggest failure in life that led to the greatest success. There is more for me out in this vast world, and I am extremely excited to be able to explore that. And for the first time, and be able to have an identity outside of being a basketball player. I am eternally grateful for those who have believed in me and apologize to those who I have let down. But I am headed down a different path now. One will hopefully lead to happiness and being able to love myself again. Truly yours, Cy. This is so much to unpack. So, I'm going to have compassion as I say this and still be stern and keep it 100 because I'm 35 years old. So I was raised in the 80s, 90s. And so somebody raised in 2020, the mental issues is more real and stuff compared to how it was when I grew up. So the first thing first, looking at his situation, I've been in North Dakota. It ain't nothing popping in North Dakota. it ain't even too many black people. It's more black people than you think, but ain't too much popping in North Dakota. So his competition in North Dakota wasn't nothing crazy. Then you go to Minnesota. Minnesota got some better competition. It's just when he went to the NBA, these NBA players are different. And probably coaches is hard on him, yelling at him. He probably been coddled a little bit. And it's just a whole different ball game. And I just don't think he can mentally handle and take all the pressure of it. And, you know, it's a lot that goes on with being an NBA player. It's, you know, it's some dark moments and stuff that most people that don't think. Now, what I'm proud of him is for him to realize early, basketball is just one small part of your life. This is not who you are. This is just literally one small part of your life. And if you are, quote unquote, not good enough for something, what happens is a lot of these players will hold on. We all know that person that played basketball back in the day and just literally can't give it up because they didn't make it. Just, man, back in my basketball days, he made it to the NBA. So, brother, you're not a failure. You're not a bust. You made it to the NBA. I wouldn't even expect you to make it to the NBA. You little. You 160 pounds. 160 pounds. Shoot. 6 foot. Yeah, dog. You definitely shouldn't post made it. So you won. You already won in life right there. This is a small percentage of your life. You're going to be successful, do great. And I'm happy, like, with the crazy stuff that's going on with Twitch. The young brother didn't try to, like, harm himself. He's like, hey, he's going to get some help. I want you to, you know, stand strong. He going to be all right, though. He going to be all right. What's y'all thoughts in the comments? Make sure you guys hit the good old subscribe button and a like button. Leave a comment. With Top Sports Debate, talk to you guys soon.